We here at Tackleberry Solutions are excited to bring you a new product in our lineup. Today we want to talk to you about the Flex J. Hello, my name is Arthur and I'm the founder and CEO of Tackleberry Solutions. We teach wartime tactics to citizens for civil defense purposes. And today I want to talk to you about the Flex J. The Flex J is a flexible J-pole and it is used for VHF and UHF communications. Now guys, I've used this for quite a while in SMR, and this is actually so popular that Force Recon uses it, CAG uses it, Ranger Recon uses it, and the search and rescues across America also use this. So not just the special forces and special operations community guys use this, but so does search and rescue at the state levels. For an example, the individual that turned me onto this was the guy that wrote our combo book, Kent Labartz, and he makes these for the state of Nevada's search and rescue teams. Search and rescue of Montana and other areas also use the flexible J-pole. So why is this antenna so popular? Well, the reason is it rolls up very small into something about the size of an 8-inch diameter and weighs approximately 1.5 pounds. Yeah, that's right, guys. I could fit this thing in my backpack, and I do. This is my personal ops bag, and I keep this antenna, which is this very antenna, is my personal antenna, stays inside my ops bag. Now, for those of you that are able to build this on your own, this is in our manual, our common manual, which is free to download online. But for those of you guys that don't feel as that you're technically proficient enough to build one of these, we are now making these antennas available here at Tackleberry Solutions. So let me tell you why you would want to have this antenna readily available and why you would want to have this in your arsenal of combo equipment. Well, guys, not only is this something that I carry in my personal pack because something may go sideways on me and I may end up having to use my sear and try to evade captivity, and this would give me the ability to double my effective broadcasting range. That's right. We here at Tackleberry Solutions have tested this and understand that every terrain is a little bit different, and anything VHF and UHF hates water. But what we have found is that at 20 feet of elevation, this antenna will double my broadcast range. I personally have gotten communications with this antenna at 12 miles out. My radio that I was using was only capable of producing 5 miles broadcast range. But with this antenna at 20 feet, I was able to talk 12 miles back to the antenna behind me. Now, this antenna is so widely used that I have it here at the house on that mast at 45 feet in the air, and it's tied into a 50-watt radio, and that's what we're using here at Tackleberry Communications. Now, I also have one of these in my combo truck, I have one in my go bag, and I have one, this one, stays in my ops bag. That is how important this antenna is to your combo arsenal. Now, as far as deployment, it's very simple. I use a heavy deep socket. I tie it onto a 50 feet of a 550 cord, and I throw it over a tree branch. After doing so, I simply hoist the antenna in the air. When I get the antenna to the desired height, I just stop pulling. When I want it back, give it a nice little tug gently on the coax, and the antenna comes right back down. I'm able to connect it right here. The ones we build here at Tackleberry Solutions will have about a foot of 550 cord on the end. It'll have the coax tied directly in, and you'll have 20 feet of coax, and it'll be set up exactly the same way that my personal antenna is here, and that you'll have an SMA connector on the end. We'll also give you a 1-foot jump with a PL connector and a SO239 connector. Now what that means is you'll be able to connect this antenna to almost any VHF radio system. This antenna works, or this connector works with my Baofeng radio. I also have a different connector that'll work with your TYT radios. With a 1-foot jump, you'll have a open SO239 connector to connect the jump to the PL connector. The PL259 connector will allow you to connect it right directly to the back of a big boy radio and broadcast on this antenna. So it makes the antenna more versatile to what you want to apply it to. So if you want to apply it to your combo truck, you can use it. If you want to apply it to your combo system at your base, again, you can use this antenna. Or if you want to have this antenna in your go bag or your bug out bag or your simple ops bag, again, it'll go right there as well. Another thing we do is we wrap the end of the connectors right here with waterproof tape to keep any kind of moisture out of it, and we then cover it with electrical tape. The reason we don't use, I know a lot of guys are going, well, why don't you just use shrink wrap? Because if you ever want to adjust the SWRs, you would destroy the antenna trying to take the shrink wrap off, but you won't if you take this off. So down the road, if you feel like you need to clean the connectors or replace the coax because it's been damaged, or if you just simply want to adjust the SWRs on the antenna, you can do all of that by simply removing the tape and reapplying. Now let's show you another way that this antenna is actually going to be applied in a real world situation. Tackleberry X-ray, Red Whiskey, over.
Red Whiskey, send it.
Roger, requesting emergency evac, over.
Roger, advise location and freak for QRF, over.
Roger, pickup location is going to be evac alpha. Frequency is going to be TAC 2, over.
Roger, deploying QRF now, ETA 15 mics, over.
Tango Mike, Red Whiskey, out. So as you can see, this antenna can definitely provide you with a lot of benefit of having this. This is one of those things that you would rather have and not need than need and not have. So if you find yourself in a situation like it was earlier, you're going to definitely want this kind of antenna so you can reach back to home slate and get some kind of an extraction headed to you. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a great day.